Today we're going to talk about mindset and the benefits of taking care of your mindset in terms of what you want to do. As some of you know, I'm a member of Alcoholic Anonymous. And in Alcoholic Anonymous, mindset is all about doing the work because I can say all day long, I'm going to get more clients, I'm going to get more clients, I'm going to get more members, I'm going to grow my team, I'm going to grow my sales. But if I don't do the work that needs to be done, the mindset is basically of no good use. So one of the things that I love is that with Alcoholic Anonymous, there is an actual step, a 12-step program that tells me whatever I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing or not doing for me to be working on my sobriety. But I also love the fact that there is a questionnaire to determine whether I'm potentially an alcoholic or not. Now, let's say that this is for the sake of you feeling better about yourself, or since most of you who listen to me are more about doing the business. So we're gonna turn my Alcoholic Anonymous, which is the 20 question, are you an alcoholic? We're gonna turn it into are you anti-success? Anti-success, right? Are you anti-success? I don't want to call us a failure, but are you anti-work? And I'm gonna do it as we go so that you understand that sometimes the mindset is actually attached to the actual work that needs to be done. So for instance, are you allergic to doing the work? To answer this question, ask yourself the following questions and answer them as honestly as you can. And it's just yes or no. That's it. There's no explanation, nothing else. Do you lose do you lose time from work due to your procrastination? So all the words that I'm going to be saying, if I pause, is drinking. So instead of drinking, is procrastination. But usually procrastination is the one that is going. So whatever word fits for you, but procrastination is usually the one that is going to be most fitting. Is drinking, is procrastination making your home life unhappy? So sometimes we're not doing the work that we need to do to grow our business. So is the lack of your work making your home unhappy? Meaning that if you, like myself, I'm over $60,000 in debt. If I don't do the work that I need to do, is my home going to be unhappy? Yes, because I'm not bringing in the income that I need to bring. And you need to ask yourself, how does that apply to me? Number three, do you procrastinate because you are shy with other people? Or you can replace that with any other word that would make more sense. So like, for instance, do I procrastinate because I'm afraid of what people might say? Am I not making videos? Am I not going live? Am I not talking to potential business owners? So is that yes or no? Is procrastination affecting my reputation? Well, if I have serious credit card debt and I'm over $60,000 in debt, is my reputation on the line? Absolutely, with myself, because nobody else cares. Nobody's coming to save me. So is procrastination, and again, replace that word with whatever is more suitable for you. Have you ever felt remorse after procrastinating? Have you ever felt remorse after procrastinating? Again, you can replace this word with anything else that you want to replace it with. But that is one of the words that I believe it's going to be the most beneficial. Number six, have you gotten into financial difficulties as a result of your procrastination? We're talking again about mindset, and mindset, it all has to do if you're doing the work or not doing the work to achieve the success that you're wanting to achieve. So number six, have you gotten into financial difficulties as a result of your procrastination? Yes or no? Number seven, do you turn to lower companions and inferior environments when procrastinating? Well, think about it. Are you talking to people that are going to just cause you to do less of the work that you need to do to be more successful? Or what are you doing? What kind of people are you talking to? Are you not talking to anyone? So it's a yes or no again. Number 8, does your procrastination make you careless of your family's welfare? Well, again, I'm a family of one. So if I'm not organizing my day, so like today, it took all day because I was in a car accident, and I should have done my day differently so that I could have planned it better, so that I could make more calls, so that I could have done more work to grow my business. But instead, I ended up being sidetracked with all these things about my car accident. So, in a sense, I could have reworked my day so that I could be more successful. So it does affect my family welfare because I'm a family of one. Number 9, has your ambition decreased since procrastinating? Well, again, if you think about it, if you are not having the success that you want to do, what is it that is getting in the way? And a lot of times, the easiest word to put that into is procrastination, because a lot of times we get busy with being busy. So again, number 9, yes or no. Number 10, do you crave procrastination as a definite at a definite time of daily? In other words, if you know that you should be doing a video, you should be doing a post, you should be talking to following up, you should be doing something to grow your business, but instead you're just procrastinating and you do it every day, again, do that a yes or a no. Number 11, do you want to procrastinate the next morning? So again, we go back. Are you doing the work that you need to do in order to have the success that you need to have? Meaning prospecting, following up, making videos, making content, letting people know about what you promote? Yes or no? Do you want to procrastinate? Well, we just did that. Number 12, does procrastination cause you to have difficulty in sleeping? Well, think about it. If you are not doing the work that you said you were going to do, and you're stressed about finances, or you're stressed about your business not growing, or you're stressed about whatever it is, when you know that there's just work that you could do to take you to the next level, it's very likely that you might even be doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is something that I'm actually facing most recently because of all the stuff that is going on in this fascinating world of the United States. So I end up doom scrolling because I justify that I just need to know what's going on, but it's doom scrolling, which is also another form of procrastination. Number 13, has your efficiency decreased since procrastination? Again, are you procrastinating, and is that impacting your efficiency? Of course. If we're focused on doing something else other than what we set out to do, that's going to impact our performance. Number 14, is procrastinating jeopardizing your job or your business? Well, absolutely. If I'm doom scrolling, if I'm doing other things other than what I should be doing to grow my business, is that going to impact my business? Absolutely, it's going to impact my business. So is that a yes or a no? And again, well, let me finish all of the questions. The next question is do you procrastinate to escape from worries or troubles? Well, again, for me, my form of procrastination is doom scrolling. And I do that at the end of the night. It's like I tell myself that I'm gonna just do it for 5 minutes. I'm gonna do it for 20 minutes. But before I know it, 1-2 hours have passed, which means that I'm not going to be able to get up or be as productive as I should be the following day. So it impacts my entire week. So again, is there something you are doing to escape from worries or troubles? Or do you do something, procrastination, doom scrolling, put whatever, working out, whatever it is, right? Yes or no? Number 16, do you procrastinate, doom scroll, or just waste your time by yourself? Yes or no? Have you ever had a complete loss of what you set out to do as a result of your procrastination. I mean, think about exactly what I was saying. Sometimes I go into doom scrolling, and then before I know it, I go into this dark space, and then before I know it, I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling unmotivated. So again, that would be a yes for me. Number 18. Has anyone in authority, like a physician, a therapist, a coach, ever treated you for procrastination or not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Yes or no? Do you procrastinate, doom scroll, or fit whatever word is more fitting for you to build up your self-confidence? So a lot of times we don't do the things that are going to make us more self-confident. Like, for instance, I could eat even better than I'm eating, but I want my life to be easier, and I'm very cautious about how much I'm spending. So is that impacting my self-confidence? Absolutely. So yes, that would be a yes as well. Number 20, and the last question: have you ever been to a hospital or institution on the account of procrastination, um, or anything that you're doing because of your procrastination? And the answer could be yes, could be no. For a lot of people, that's potentially no. When I was drinking, I can tell you that I would end up in the hospital because of attempted suicides. So if I was drinking, then that would have been a yes. But right now that we're talking about this, thankfully, I've not had to be put in a hospital of an institution. If you answer yes to any one of these questions, there is a definite warning that you may be lacking the what's necessary for you to do your work and be successful. If you answer yes to any two questions, chances are that you are definitely someone who is anti-successful. You're doing whatever it takes to not be successful. If you answer yes to three or more questions, you are definitely someone that's doing your job to not be successful. And that is the 20 questions to determine whether you are being successful, whether you are doing what it takes to be unsuccessful. Now, why did I bring that up? Because there were several people that I was talking to this week, including today, and they were talking about how their mindset is what's keeping them from doing what they set out to do. And one of the things, and last night I got what is called a 12-step call, about 11 o'clock at night. This woman who said she was really feeling in trouble. She was doom scrolling in her head and going reminiscing about all the things that are wrong in her life, and how because this person and that person and that person was doing this to her, that's what she was not doing, what she needed to be doing. Well, I don't know if I wrote it yesterday. Let me see. Let me see. Hang on one second. There was a quote that I just recently got. Give me one second. I'm going to share a quote that I think when you realize this, you're going to look at life and at yourself differently and better. Wherever I cast blame on is what controls me. So if I say it's because I'm shy, or it's I'm insecure, or I just don't have time, or I'm stressed, or I'm worried, I don't know what to do, I don't want people to laugh at me. Today was like I don't want people to see me, because now I've already done 20 different things, and I don't want them to see me doing yet another thing. All of those are letting the people, places, and things control us. The moment that we say, this is what I'm going to do because I need to do it for the sake of my success, that's when we take control. And it's not the mindset that is going to shift, is the actions that are going to need to shift in order for us to be able to have the success that we seek. Is that making sense for any of you? Let me know in the comments if that is making sense. Because a lot of times we end up doing all these things that are going to prevent us from doing, okay, perfect. So is there something that either one of you would say that is holding you back, and that you think is completely out of your control? So like for instance, with me, I must enroll 22 people. Well, I just recently started seeing that me going live on TikTok is giving me the most results. And that is when I look at the success that I've had, the times that I've had the most success was because either I called people on the phone to tell them about my business opportunity, or I got on TikTok and talked about the business opportunity that I had. So those two avenues are the ones that have made me the most thousands of dollars in the quickest amount of time. So when I'm doing all these other things to try to reinvent the wheel for myself, then I'm only keeping myself from doing the success that I'm trying to achieve for myself. So if if you are here or if you're listening to the replay and you are wanting to have a different result, but you keep doing the exact same thing expecting a different result, is the definition of insanity that we all know. But most people say, well, I just don't know what to do. Well, if you don't know what to do, then number one, come to the call, ask your questions. If you can't come to the call, submit your questions, post in the community, ask, how do I shift this, how do I shift that. If I kept doing what I was doing back in October, which was not giving me the results that I wanted, then I might as well just quit. Or if I go into November and December and I kept doing what I was doing in November and December and I was not getting the results that I deserve to have. And actually, I don't even deserve to have the results because I wasn't doing the work that needed to be done to get the results that I want to have. So again, if I keep doing those same activities, it's not just mindset that needs to shift, is that I need to know what's going to work for me. And then sometimes people say, well, Maria Lupita, I don't know what to do. Well, if you don't know what to do, then that's when you either join a community like this one, and you ask in the community, in the wall, and you ask, your questions. You ask what is holding you back, what is holding you captive, and where do you want to go. And then you ask yourself the 20 questions as to what is it procrastination? Is it doom scrolling? What is the one thing? Because all of us have something that is common. Like I know someone that is massively overweight, and her situation is that she's addicted to food. Well, I used to be addicted to very bad men. Men that I had no business dealing with. So for me, what caused me to get involved with really toxic men was that I started drinking or I started using. So once I got rid of using and drinking, then my choice of choosing bad men that were not appropriate for me kind of dissolved itself. But if I kept doing the same thing I was doing, I was going to keep getting the same thing that I had been getting. So it's the same thing when it comes to your business. If you are doing your business and you keep doing the same thing over and over, but you expect a different result, that's not going to work. Now, there is a difference. There is a difference when sometimes you go and you do something. Let's say that, for instance, I'm teaching you how to do social media marketing, and it's been 30 days and you've done 3 videos every single day. You've done them the way that is subscribed, that you have a hook, you have the educational, the information that needs to go in the body of the video, and then you have your call to action, and then you've done the freedom blueprint steps, all the freedom blueprint steps. And for those of you who are listening to this for the first time, there is a freedom blueprint that gives you the 12 steps of everything that you need to do to be successful with your business if you're doing a social media business. If you're using that to be discovered by people that are looking for what you offer. If that is the case, then sometimes it does take time for you to see the results. Like for instance, if you're baking a cake, and you're pulling it out 5 minutes later out of the oven when it's supposed to be there for 45 minutes, you're not going to have a cake. You're going to have a mush. You're going to have a big blob of stuff. So if you are wanting to have a result, you also have to look at the situation that you're dealing with, because not everything is created equal. Sometimes you may need to leave more space for things to develop. Is this making sense, everyone? Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. So what is one thing that, like, for instance, I'll be totally transparent. For me, thank you. Good, good, good. So for me, the one thing that I need to do is that I need to do more lives so that I can attract more people. And then I need to contact my legal shield attorney so that I can remove the warning that I have in my account, so that I don't risk you losing my account. Even though I do have a backup account, I would rather keep in good standing. So number one, tonight, I need to go reach out to my attorney, make sure that everything is handled so that I'm not dealing with anything that I need to avoid. And then I need to go live twice a day, and I need to follow a model that is already working by someone else who's going live twice a day. And imagine this. I have someone that has been going live twice a day for the past 3 months, maybe 4 months. And this guy, from going live and posting every day about his journey. And then the other thing that I have to implement is that I have to tell people my debt today is $60,522. Tomorrow is $25, right? And I'm going to give my journey of my debt, because that's what's going to attract people to see, like, oh yeah, she'll never get out of that. Or the people that are going to be like, I'm rooting for you. Or the people that are just like, I don't know what's going on, but I want to follow the story. Is everybody tracking with me? So what I've learned from people that are having more success is that people lure people in. Now there's a gentleman on TikTok right now that he is the bomb.com, and he is fresh out of high school. I'm not gonna play. He can be very crass. I think that's the right. Is that a right word? Crass. Everybody, is that the right word? Okay. So this kid right here. So this kid right here. Uh-oh. You okay? You're good? Okay. So this kid right here, his name is I wish he would put his name on it. Mozzarelli, somebody Mozzarelli, but he goes by the Wolf of Insurance. And he does all these things and he's making a ton of money because of how he goes. Let me show him to you.
Hey, Brendan? You got the wrong number. Brendan, this is Giuliano Massarelli. Listen, I was just making sure your family was protected and the coverage was in place.
So that gives you an idea, right? He's very entertaining, and all these young people, including older people, are watching him because he's entertaining. Now, I don't have that in me, and I don't want to have to learn to become that person, but I do have a story that is worth sharing. My story is that I'm 53 and I'm over $60,000 in debt, and some of that debt is 38% of credit card interest. So if I lead with that story, I call it the Eminem story. So I don't need to really shift my mindset. I need to just start implementing a story that is going to attract people into the reason for why they're joining in the story. Is that making sense? I think so. Are you sure, or?
I was saying I think so to the word crass, but I understand what you're
Okay.
saying.
Okay, gotcha. I'm a little late to the party then. Okay, so when it comes to how do you shift your mindset, what I have learned with the good book of Alcoholic Anonymous and everything else, the other good book of Atomic Habits, and then the other human flesh that we have right here, Mr. Cooper Schmidt, that I've known this man since 2017, I think. Right? Okay, so since 2017, I've known Cooper
Well,
Schmidt,
yeah.
right?
2018. Yeah, 2018.
In 2018. And since then, Cooper has literally been the exact same perfect shape. Perfect shape. Perfect fitness, perfect weight, ever. Because why? Because he does all the things. He doesn't need to trick himself into eating the right food, into doing the right activity. Heck, the other day he calls me and he says that he walked, I think, like 100 miles by 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm exaggerating a little. But my point is that just like I have the story that I need to be okay with sharing, then it's not about shifting my mindset. It's about looking at what is in my story that I can bring to grow my business. So again, if you are someone like someone that was asking me today earlier, that they were afraid of what people might say. The beautiful thing about people is that they could care less about what we are going to do. Everyone is busy with their own life. And if they do say something, a year from now, when you're rich and famous, they're going to be like, how did you do it? And they're going to forget what a jerk they were to you. So you can either let people control your decisions because you're afraid of what they might say, or you might use that as leverage to prove that this is what you want to do. So with that being said, this now ends the side of the mindset portion. So if you want to change your mind, ask yourself, if you want to shift your mindset, then ask yourself this 20 questions, because it applies to your mindset and how you want to shift things. So now we're going to talk about content to cash, which is kind of like an extension of what we were just talking about. But this one has to do about how do you implement what I was talking about just a minute ago and implement it, turning content into cash. Well, number one, you have to determine what platform you want to be living in. Like, I have one home address. Do everybody here has that one home address? Right? Everybody here has a home address. So you, by the same token, you have to have one social media address. That's your channel. That's where you do everything. So like for example, I have several TikTok channels, but the one that I'm operating out of, generally speaking, hang on one second. So look at this. This kid on that video that I showed you has 20 million views. Now, you don't need 20 million views, because I'm going to show you someone else that is going to blow your mind, even though we're messing up her algorithm. So this is, hang on one second. So this is my main account here. So that's my home base. This is my home base. This is where I do everything for my business. Now, I could spread myself thin. Like today, I was talking to someone who they don't really know social media, and they have all these ideas as to what would be good to do all these things. And I've learned that I have to just listen to people and let them talk, because I'm the expert when it comes to social media. I know what I'm doing. So I can either get seduced by what everybody's ideas is, or I can just go do my job. So here, this is my main channel. So number one, you have to choose a main channel. Number two, you have to follow the 12-step freedom blueprint. If you're not following the 12-step freedom blueprint, you're going to have a really hard time knowing what to do on a daily basis. Can everybody see my my page? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Blueprint. And this freedom blueprint has evolved quite a bit. So this is the blueprint that you want to follow. Choose one problem that you're going to solve. Well, here is the thing. For me, I help people have access to a home-based business for people that are either recently laid off, or people that want a work from home online business. Now, it took me 2020, it took me 6 years to figure this out. 6 years. And the reason I figured it out was because I was striking out. If you're not targeting one audience, you're not targeting anybody. And again, I learned that this is also I learned because of I was a member of BNI. And if I'm not talking to one person, I'm talking to nobody. And I think some of you guys have heard the everybody, nobody, and somebody deal. So this is the blueprint, and you have access to it because you're in the community. So if you want to get access to this Freedom Blueprint, then just go here and get access to the Freedom Blueprint. I just realized that's not the latest one. Oh, here it is, the latest one. So this is the Freedom Blueprint. Yeah, this is the latest Freedom Blueprint. So I'm gonna push this one. Blueprint. Okay. So this is the latest one. So you want to follow all of the steps here if you want to have success through social media. But one of the things that I told you that I was going to do is that I was going to share with you how do you go, what would you find beneficial if I show you how to do 15 videos in 1 hour? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So number one, you first need to get inspiration, because sometimes we're stuck in our head and we just have to, like, it's like you got to shake things up in an order for you to get some ideas, especially if you don't think you can. So if you think you can, or you think you can, you're going to do exactly what you think. Right? So what I do is that I go to one of my people that I know, like for instance, that kid that I was just showing you guys, Giuliani, whatever, I always forget his name. And that's a perfect thing to show you and remind you that that's a problem for him, because his channel is not his name. He's not always reminding us of his name. So I don't always remember his name because he's hard to find, because he's running by some other name. Why is he not here? Okay, so here, okay. So right here, he has another channel that is Giuliano Mass Clips, right? So this one has over half a million. So I could go to him and I could get some inspiration, but he's not a person that I would do. I'm not trying to dance and do all of that. So I might use it for just the sounds that he uses, right? So I'll come here and I'm gonna take the sound. So I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save 15 sounds for myself, and then I'm gonna go to another person that I know she does do 15 videos. She's a TikTok shop affiliate. And again, if I had thought about this before coming on this live, I would have gone ahead of time and saved her, because I always think that I'm gonna remember her name, and then I once I start searching, I realized that I didn't save her name. So give me 1 second. But this girl, she does between 15 to 30 videos every single day. And she is a TikTok shop affiliate. And the reason she does that, because she found that she was not going to be a Giuliani or Giuliano, whatever his name is. So when she realized that she was not going to be one of those people, she realized that she needed to match her number of pieces of content to match what Giuliani would do. Now, she's not getting millions of followers, millions of hits, but she's making thousands of dollars every single day because of how she's building her business. Does that make sense so far? Let me know in the
Yes,
comments
it
if that
does.
makes sense. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so this is the girl.
If I told you what this costed, you wouldn't even believe me.
So I go to her channel, Candace, and then I just listen to some of her videos. So again, I know for a fact that she does between 15 to 30 videos. So I'm listening to her hook, right?
No, I'm not that girl that has breast implants and big boobs. So pool season is almost here. Okay, so they just dropped this off, and let's do a little OOTD, cutest.
Right. So I just get some hook ideas. Once I get some hook ideas, then I'm going to take some videos that I've already done, B-rolls, and then I'm just going to add some of the music that I got from the kid. So let's see, 536. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go to his page. I'm gonna go to his page, and I'm gonna grab a couple of. Why is it not doing it? I just saved him. Okay.
Hello?
Okay. So I'm gonna go and save a couple of his sounds. So I'm gonna go to his page. So I also have to look to make sure that it's not an original sound and instead is the sound of the music, because if I save the original sound, then it's going to have his voice and not the sound that I'm looking for. Does that make sense, everybody?
That one, I guess, doesn't.
Okay. I'm glad that you said that. So, okay. Okay. So this one is a soundtrack. This one is a trending sound. Is a trending sound because he's making it a trending sound, not because it was a trending sound. Got it? So I'm going to go and pick up his sound. I'm going to go and pick up his sound, and I'm going to go to use sound. And then I'm going to go grab one of just my B-roll videos. I constantly make videos of just B-roll. If you don't have B-roll, then just go around, and if you don't want to show your face, then take a video of a pen and then just move it around or just write things. Always make sure that you never are showing your address on anything that you show. Okay. So I'm going to go to my videos and find something where I'm just walking around. So here's one that I'm just walking around. And I'm going to go here. And now I'm just going to add words on text. So how do I add words on text? I normally already have some words on text ready to roll that I know have worked before. So, but let's say that you're brand new and you don't know what words on text to add. Then I would go to other deals that have already been done that have gone viral. And as long as they are in my same niche, then I would take whatever they wrote that I know is already working. So like, for instance, let me give you an idea. I'm going to go to someone who's also a digital marketer. So I'm going to save that song. So that song only has 73,000 views, right? So that may not be a song that I would have chosen, but for the purpose of this training, I'm going to choose that one. But normally you want to choose, if he normally gets about 500 hits, I mean, 500,000 hits to 20 million hits, then I'm going to choose one of those versus one that has less than 100,000. But for the purpose of this training, I'm going to do it. Let's see.
Did you get that in playback?
Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So this one has almost 500,000. This one has almost 500,000 views. So I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take the sound, and then I'm going to add it to my sounds. I'm gonna add the sound to my sounds, and then I'm gonna go grab a video that I've already done in the past. And again, if you don't have a video that you've done in the past, then that's fine. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and use that one right here, that I'm just walking around while I'm hiking. And then you always want to trim when it's just the sound, unless there's an actual message that you want to deliver. You want to change that message to just be 5 to 7 seconds. So this one, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to up my pace, and I'm going to change my pace to 5. So if I change it to the speed of 5, it puts me at 4 seconds. So that's too short. So I'm going to take it down to, hang on 1 second, because I can't. So now that I took it down to a little bit under 5 seconds. So now I'm at 5 seconds. So now I'm at 5 seconds. So the length of the video is good. What I'm looking at myself, you also want to be happy with how you look on the video, because otherwise it's going to have the wrong energy. So that's the video. And then now I'm not sure that I'm going to keep that one because it's a little very choppy, and that may not be good for what I'm trying to say in my video. But again, for the sake of this training, I'm just going to go ahead and go with that. But let's say that I wanted to keep the vibe of like more smooth. then what I would do is that I would keep it at that, and then I would just take one clip of it. Does that make sense, everybody? So I would just take that, and then I would take 4 or 5 seconds, and then I would just clip it, and then I would cut it. So then I'm not walking super fast. So now I have the video. So now I just need to add the words. So the thing that I've already chosen some of the words that are working, that are trending on videos that I'm doing. But and you don't want to automatically post accidentally, because I just mistakenly, thank goodness there is delete. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go pick up. So I normally write everything that I need to write on my copy, on my notebook, on my iPad, on my iPhone notebook. So I usually say post so that I know what I'm going to be posting. So post, they work from home online. Have you heard? Okay, so here we go. Want to leave your teaching job, blah, 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 blah. Well, this is something that has worked for somebody else because I took it from somebody else. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to update it because teaching doesn't make as much sense to me. So I'm going to take what that said and I'm going to paste it. And I'm just going to update, want to leave your 9 to 5. So you never have to face getting laid off again. Now, remember, my audience is people that are getting laid off. And how did I determine people that get laid off? This one is a big deal. The reason I chose people that get laid off, did any of you know that there is over 500,000 people that get laid off or fired every single month in the United States?
I had no idea, but I mean, I experienced it January, so last month.
Yeah. And I don't know anyone that has never not been fired or laid off. So I've gone through both. I've gotten fired and I've been laid off, but I never knew the numbers until I did my research. So every single month, on an average month, there's about about 1 million of layoffs and people getting fired total. So when I saw that, I was like, wait a second. So if I just target people that are getting laid off, they're still in the sweet spot of having potentially have unemployment. So they still having a little bit of cash. Some of them might still have some savings. So they're in that spot that they're hurting, and they're hurting enough that they're willing to do something else, that they may be willing to look at my opportunity, versus me just targeting people that are looking for a side hustle or stay-at-home moms, which they're not really relatable to me. So I started targeting people that are strategically targeting people that are laid off. Now, for everyone is going to be different. For Mel, it might be people that are retired or people that are vets. For him, people that are vets would be phenomenal because he would actually be impacting the world. So I have all of this already. Now, I did notice that my algorithm gets triggered when I say company even pays $600 bonus. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to just put money signs. I'm going to put money signs because I don't want to get flagged about TikTok taking my video down or giving me a thing. And then I have to make sure that I don't inadvertently say it somewhere else by mistake. So now I'm taking all the writing. Now, if I wasn't teaching, obviously I would have already done this in 15 seconds. Got it? So the reason this is taking a lot longer is because I'm teaching and I'm grabbing everything at the same time. So because I took that video earlier, then now I have to start over again. Okay, so now I'm going to take that song again. I'm going to use that video. I'm going to go back to the video that I had earlier. And maybe I'll do this one. Me eating. A lot of people, for some reason, like watching people eat. It's the weirdest thing, but I watch videos for people eating. So that one has 15 minutes. but I want to do 8 seconds. So I'm going to go down to 5 seconds, 6 seconds. So I'm going to cut the rest, right? So now it's a 5-second video. It's a 5-second video. I'm going to drop the words that I just copied from my notepad that I have seen on other pages. Now, some of you might be asking, well, how do I get the words? Do I have to reinvent the wheel? So give me 1 second. I'm going to show you how I easily take what somebody else wrote. So now I have the words. And then now I'm going to just shrink them up and I'm going to put them on top. So you never want to cover your face. You want to put them above your head like that. So now I'm going to go put the description. You always want to put the description because otherwise you're wasting space. So company even pays help wanted. So now I'm going to put, you always want to do a title as well. So now I'm going to put laid off. Laid off. Is laid off one word or 2 words? Two words?
I think it's 2.
Okay. So I just wrote laid off question mark because that's my theme. So now, and then now I'm going to move the picture down so that I'm not covering my own face. And I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to make sure that I have the words remote work. Help wanted. Now, help wanted is different than job, right? Help or hiring or anything that gives them this impression, but help wanted, that's different than if somebody else said the other one. So I'm going to take that open and I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to make it to where it only shows up at the very beginning. And then there it is, right? So I have all the things that I need. This is something that someone else tested. And then now I'm going to go, I have my, but I now see that my face is covered again. So I'm going to save it again. My face is not covered. Can you even make, and then help wanted. So now I have everything. So I'm going to go back over here and then I'm going to drop the video. I'm going to drop the video without the watermark and post it at the same time. And voila, right? So now how do you go about getting the words that are going to work? Okay, so this video right here has 29 comments, 10 saves, and a good sound. So I'm going to go to her page and I'm going to see that this one has 1,100 views. It's good, but it's not so great. But maybe, but if I look here, she has one that has 7,800 and one that has almost 100,000. So I'm going to go to 100,000 and I'm going to take this. And that looks too hard for me to do. So I'm going to go to her next one. When I told my husband I was starting digital marketing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that looks good for me. So I'm going to take a screenshot so that I can take a copy of that. And then I'm going to take another screenshot of all the writing, right? So now and then I'm going to also notate that this is catering to digital marketing beginner. Now, my job is to cater to work remotely or work from home. That's what I'm trying. I want the algorithm to bring that to me. This one has 2,100 comments. So now I'm going to save the sound because I know that worked, right? So I'm going to save the sound. Now I have all of that. So now I'm going to go find a video that I pre-recorded before, which is called a B-roll. And I'm going to just go to my videos and I'm going to grab any of those videos. So I'm going to grab a video from where Cooper and I went to a training eating pizza. Now, pizza is trending right now, right? For bad reasons, but we still have to be in marketing. So it is, Mel is making really bad faces. It is a pizza video though. It's a pizza video. I mean, I was just eating pizza. So now I'm going to take that. So now I have that, right? I'm going to take what I copied from that girl, right? So so obviously it's not my husband. So I'm going to take whatever she wrote. I'm going to put it on my notepad. And again, remember, it's taking me longer because I'm teaching you while I'm doing this. So I'm always going to title everything post. So when I'm looking for what to post, I already know so that I don't have to reinvent the wheel. So when you have enough of these, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. So when I told my husband I was starting digital marketing to help with our bills, he cringed and said, "Yeah, that sounds like a scam." So what can I say that would sound similar to that? When I told myself I was starting I was starting to work a a I was starting affiliate marketing. I was starting affiliate marketing to get rid of my 60,000 because that's a big statement, right? $60,000 of debt. People, right? People cringed and said, "Yeah, right. That sounds like a scam." Because people did say that. People do say that still, right? So now I don't have to say it's my husband, it's other people. 4 months later, I've made over 55,000. Well, I'm not going to say that because that doesn't apply to me. So I'm going to say, now I've made thousands, and nowadays we try not to put the money sign because the money sign might trigger. So now I've made thousands, but you don't, if you've not made any money, you can say, now I'm on my way to making thousands, or now I have a way to pay it off, right? So you say it so that it applies to you. Now I've made thousands, helped over, so I'm not going to say that I helped anybody, and on my way to paying off my debt, and on my way to paying off all of my credit card debt, right? So I took what she said and made it to where it made sense to me. Make sense? Okay. So now I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna look at how she did it, right? 4 months later, so the scam is the first part. So I'm gonna drop it in the video and I'm gonna do it the exact, I don't reinvent the wheel. I just make it make sense. So I'm gonna take this part and I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna trim it. And then there we go. So there is the first part that she wrote. So this part, as you can see, was just text without a background color. So I'm going to do exactly what she did, and I'm going to put white letters, unless it doesn't make sense for me to do white letters, and then add an outline, because the letters, they have to be readable. And then I'm going to add the second part of the words. And then that part is all white. So then I'm going to drop this on top of the pizza. Okay, got it? So now that's already done, but now I have to put something here. So she didn't have anything on the title. So I'm gonna leave it without a title, but there's a lot of copy here. You see there's a lot of copy here. So instead of taking all of that copy, what I'm gonna do is that I'm just going to take the majority of it for the purposes of this. Otherwise, I would literally dictate it. Actually, I'm gonna show you. Because then you're gonna be like, well, you didn't really do it. Oh, this hour has gone past faster. Where's my thing? What? I saved it and it's not saved.
I can't.
This is so weird. So good thing I have it. So this one is holiday So I'm just gonna go find it. Holiday X Miller. Okay, so this is the Holiday X Miller, and there's a ton. So this is the one that I was telling you a minute ago. So I'm gonna go to her page. This is the one that's 78. So there's no title. So now I'm gonna save the sound, and then I'm gonna save that, which I had saved it already. So now I'm gonna dictate the part that is a long text so that I don't miss what she's saying. Got it? Because it's faster to whoa. Things are, you can type faster when you are dictating versus typing. So I'm gonna dictate this out. When I told my husband I wanted to try digital marketing to help with our bills, comma, we both laughed, period, new paragraph. He said it sounded like a scam and too good to be true, dot, dot, dot. And honestly, question mark, I didn't blame him, new paragraph. We both thought, comma, well, maybe it's worth a shot, period, new paragraph. Flash forward a few months, comma, and this maybe has turned into more than I have ever imagined, period. Over $55,000 in commissions, dozens of other moms starting their own journeys, period, new paragraph. And this title, this little side hustle has paid off my credit card debt and no more stress out about cheerleading expenses. New paragraph. The thing you start out of the desperation or doubt, question mark, new paragraph. Yeah, dot, dot, dot. Sometimes that's the very thing God uses to change everything, period, new paragraph. Drop start below if you're curious what's possible for you too, period. Okay. So now I have the writing that would go on that post. Make sense? Yes. So now I'm going to take that and I'm going to get rid of all the husband part and everything else like that. And I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to copy that and drop it there. So I'm going to get rid of the husband part and I'm going to get rid of the things that do not make sense. Got it? So now I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it onto the video description. Save, and I'm going to add description. And then now I have the whole video with a sound that is trending. And then the words that make sense to me. And then now I'm just going to put it as without the watermark. Got it? Now, if I want to speed up the process, I'm not going to do all the stuff that I just showed you if I want to speed it up even faster. So I'm going to show you how I do it if I want to just focus on saying something. So I will already have 5 different videos that I know have a hook that I want to use. So like, for instance, I will go, for me, usually the ones that make sense are the ones that are with Live Good, because they're usually very, very sticky. So I'm going to go to Live Good and I'm going to look at the highest ones.
Okay, wait a minute. So you're telling me
Is this network marketing company called
What is Live a Good, the $10 membership?
So this one starts, this is the best side hustle. This is the best side hustle, right? So I'm gonna start with that. This is the best side hustle. So I'm gonna go to the TikTok studio because I want to record them all first and then go to the next page. So I'm gonna record them all. So I'm gonna go to create, and then I'm gonna go to camera. I'm going to grab the filter that I like using because I always use a filter, and I'm gonna set it. This is the trick. You have to set it for 15 seconds and only talk for 15 seconds. So when you train your brain to only go for 15 seconds, now I'm gonna say, I'm gonna listen to the track again.
What is Livergood the $10 membership?
So this is the best side hustle. Okay. So I'm gonna put, this is the best side hustle that you can do right now. And all you have to do is literally share a link, and that's it. If you want to know how to actually increase how much you're making and work remotely, all you have to do is comment yes, and I'll be happy to share the information. And now I'm gonna take that video. I'm gonna drop the hang on 1 second. I'm gonna drop it in my camera roll because it's only 15 seconds. And even though I cut off myself, I'm still gonna use it. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna pick up this is, and I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't have a sound because I want to be able to use it later as well. So I'm gonna put the captions, and that's all I'm going to do to be able to drop 50. So I'm gonna remove any extra words, and then I'm gonna add the captions. And I'm gonna use that. And then I'm gonna shrink it so that it doesn't overpower the page. And now I'm literally just going to post it. So if I just want to post faster, then I don't even put a caption or anything. I just focus on dropping the 15 videos, and then that's it. Make sense? Yes? And that's how you do. So if you don't want to put all the text, because all the text is going to take maybe 5 extra minutes, then you just literally go to the 15-second, you go to TikTok Studio, to TikTok Studio, you grab the timer, and then you set to record for only 15 seconds. So your brain knows that you only have 15 seconds to record. And then you have hooks that you already found 15 videos that have to do with what you offer, and then talk about those hooks, and then you fill in the rest. And then that's it. Questions? And that's how you do cold.
That was good. That was good. No questions. Just that was a great Zoom on. I know you've showed me it before, like one-on-one, but it's just always good to have like more training on it. So good.
Well, and today I actually showed you how to do both, right? I showed you how to do it with a whole lot more work, which would probably take you more like an hour and a half, because when you go in, you put the trending sound, you do the words on the video, and then you also do the description and then a title. That obviously is going to take you a lot longer. But if you only do the talking head and then the captions and then drop the video, then those you can drop literally 15 in 1 hour, as long as you do it the way that I just showed you. And then that's it. So with that, since no questions, right? Awesome. Well, you guys are good students. I will see you later. Bye.